All right, so today I am going to be reviewing another fragrance from the House of Arabian Oud. This is one I've been wanting for, man, I don't even know. I'd say at least a year. It was always crazy expensive, something I just didn't want to fork over the money from. The notes sounded absolutely amazing. I had smelled clones of this, two different clones of this, and I will say one of them smelled better than the other. I wasn't blown away by either, to be honest. So I was kind of hesitant to purchase the original. That said, I know when you come with niche like niche fragrance clones, often they miss the mark quite a bit from designers just because there is a higher, obviously, disparity in quality amongst the niche and the clones compared to designer and clones. So, I don't want to make judgments about this based on that experience. Anyway, this is again from Arabian Oud, and this is Aseel. This is the special edition version. There's a normal and there's a special edition. As you can tell, these come in these crazy presentations. Anybody who's seen any of my other Arabian Oud or any other Arabian Oud reviews, I have done Amir and I have done Arabian Night Silver. They come in these ridiculous boxes, which are awesome. But they look like it's kind of like a shoebox almost. Amazing presentation. And this is a 110 ml bottle, so this is a bigger bottle, 3.7 ounce, bigger than the other ones in the collection, at least that I have, bigger than Amir, and certainly bigger than Arabian Night Silver. So let's get into this. Again, I'm super excited. More excited about this one than I think I was the others. I will say, however, Amir has blown me away. Arabian Night Silver is great as well, but Amir is truly up there in one of my top fragrances, favorite fragrances ever. I'd say it's definitely in the top 10. It might even be in the top 5. So I've really been liking Amir. Certainly recommend you checking out my video on it and checking it out, potentially getting a sample if you're interested. It smells really good. Here's the box. Again, it came with that sleeve that I just pulled off. Plastic. They got these little hooks that they had on the Amir box. The front says Arabian Oud. It's that coffer style box. Got the horse on the top. And opens like this. This one's actually not broken. Nice. Bottle's a little loose in here, but you can see it's got the logo, the felt on the top, gold. Bottle sits in. There's like an indent in here, the bottle sitting in. It has a little pamphlet similar to kind of, Creed does. It says Arabian Oud Design. Says this article may be only sold by Arabian in stores. And then the inside, it has this weird credit card just saying it's authentic fragrance. Interesting. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with this, but anyway, kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. And it's just got the areas you can get this fragrance. Again, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't really feel one way or another. Here is the bottle, though. Bottle is nice, very nice. The back, again, says Arabian Oud, gold, black. The horse in the front, really nice looking bottle. Looks like a horseshoe kind of. Top has Arabian Oud on it. Very heavy. It's got that kind of texture on it. Heavy, like Parfums de Marly heavy. Atomizer's gold. Bottom batch code, I guess. And yeah, nice presentation. These are crazy. Raymond Oud has insane presentations. This right now, $149. Cheapest I've ever seen it. Normally retail for this is over $220. So I recommend if you are interested, picking it out, picking this up, potentially go to Joma Shop. I mean, it's hard to beat this, for this price. Again, I think I paid 149 bucks for it from Joma Shop, shipped. Joma Shop has been doing this insane. It's 144 right now. Insane, just like next day shipping. And it's 2 days once it ships. Like it's been coming in very quickly. So this says top notes are, well, see, this is the issue. Depending on which site you go on, obviously it differs. But for Grantic, it says mulberry, ozonic notes, orange blossom, mid vanilla rose caramel, and base musk, patchouli, and ambergris. Here is the actual Arabian Oud website. So let's go there. It says exquisite. It says $300 on the actual site. Exquisite special edition of Aseel that greets the senses with a sweet embrace of warm vanilla and caramel blended amidst a complex of rich florals and distinctive ambergris. This elegant scent projects profound sweet notes, nuanced by the sensuality of orange blossom, mulberry, and ozonic notes. So those are the right notes. An inviting EDP concentration takes over the senses with the mystique of an exotic scent. The special edition of Aseel develops the allures the olfactory with subtle notes of patchouli, further driving the intrigue of this oriental fragrance. All right, so let's see what we get. Again, I am super excited for this. Retail's $300, $149 now. I think normally around $220. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with this. So let's see what we get out of this. I'm gonna spread this right on the skin. Look at that atomizer, fire hose. Again, 3.7 ounce bottle. Ooh, oh man, I'm smelling it from here. This is way different than both clones. I'll say that. Very spicy. You're getting that ambergris out the gate. You're getting that exotic notes out the gate. There's this like nice aldehydic kind of vibe. If you smell it up close, there's this almost kind of animalic kind of touch, like an oud kind of smell. There's a sweetness from the florals. The caramel in there is not coming off really like candied at all, at least not now. It's coming off as a sweet. It's adding a nice sweetness to it, but it's not like overly sweet. You're getting a nice kick of spices. Again, you're getting that ozonic kind of touch, and you're getting the ambergris. It's kind of making it spicy masculine as well. Up close, it kind of, to me, it doesn't smell the best because, again, it smells kind of animalic, almost like an animalic oud. In the air that I'm picking it up, it smells really good. Very, very good. And it could also be that patchouli because it doesn't have oud listed. Again, you get the sweetness from the vanilla and the caramel, but neither one's overpowering. This is definitely obviously an Oriental fragrance, as it states, similar along the lines of something like similar wearing of something potentially like Parfums de Marly Layton, an issue of Side Effect. Doesn't smell like that, but it's the same category as those. Definitely unisex. The rose isn't overpowering. The cologne I smelled literally just smelled like rose. This smells a lot better balanced, a lot just more complex, a lot more niche, of higher quality, and there's a lot more going on. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, but so far I'm digging it. I think Amir is definitely my favorite so far. This is definitely on the Oriental fragrance side, but I am really enjoying this. It definitely smells like kind of a special occasion, formal type of fragrance. I don't think you'd wear this with a t-shirt. I don't think you'd wear this in a polo like I have them now. I think this would be more so fitted for suit and tie or dress shirt, at least, setting. And I wouldn't wear this to the office either because it is pretty strong. I imagine you only need 2 or 3 sprays of this, and you're probably good. It smells really good, but as far as like going to a wedding, this would be perfect. You're going to some sort of gala, this would be perfect. Heck, you're going out to a date night, going out to a nice dinner, or even maybe going up to a club. Again, keep the sprays light, but I think the right club, I think this could work well too, especially in the winter, colder months. Again, up close, there is this kind of like oud animalic touch to it that is not listed that I'm getting. And it could just be a heavy dose of patchouli mixing with the rest. And musk is also present here. It could also be the type of musk they use. This is not the musk like you get in Amiri. Amiri has this nice white musk that is a very sensual, sexy musk. This is coming off darker, more dank, more animalic, and I think that's where I'm getting this from. That's kind of smelling like oud, just because it's got an animalic touch to it, but I think it's probably coming from the musk, mixing with potentially the patchouli. So this is more in line with, I would say, this leans more Middle Eastern than a lot of the other Arabian oud fragrances. In my opinion, they tend to run kind of more of the Western style, what you would see in the West. Less of that oud, less of that rose, less of that kick of spices that you see in a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances. Here, a lot of that's present. You're certainly getting the rose, you're getting the spices, and there is an animalic touch. This reminds me much more of a Middle Eastern fragrance than Arabian Night, Arabian Night Silver, or Amiri, or even Saltini based on the notes. So All depends on what you're looking for. I'm liking this for $149. I'm really enjoying this. I do still think Amiri is better in my opinion for my type of fragrance, but I want to give this a full wearing and actually see how it develops, see how the dry down is. But this is my first impressions. I think rating wise, if I was rating this out of a 10, I'd probably right now give this like a 7.5. It's really good. Do I think it's worth 220, $300? Absolutely not. Do I think it's worth 149? Yeah, I think it's definitely worth that. So I would personally, I definitely recommend picking this up if you're interested in this style fragrance. Again, the rose isn't overpowering. It's certainly a key player there, but it's not overpowering. Certainly doesn't smell like an old lady or anything like that. That type of rose, not going to remind you of that. This is definitely masculine. Women could wear this as well, but there's definitely masculine enough touch to it that kind of make it actually unisex. That big push of ambergris that you're kind of going to get helps it, as well as the ozonic notes helps freshen it up, makes it more um, easier to wear, but it is definitely still a kind of an actual niche fragrance as far as versatility goes. Again, formal settings, weddings, galas, date nights, clubs potentially, as long as you let them sprays, because this is strong. I think all of those this could be well suited for. Other than that, casual wear, no. Heat, absolutely not. So again, let me see how this develops and kind of dries down. But man, I'm really liking this. I will say the two clones of this I smelled. One of them was way too. The rose was too high and it had like this kind of really sharpness about it. The other one was way too sweet. Didn't have any of the ambergris and any of the aldehydes that you get the ozonic notes from this. All of those were gone. It also didn't have any of the that kind of that musk, that animalic touch to it at all. It was really just like a sweet gourmand bomb. I'm waiting to see how this develops. I'll do a full review later, like I said, once I've had time to do a full wearing. But right now, definitely smells good. Definitely not disappointed in picking this up. But like I said, I think it's definitely worth 149. I don't think it's worth 220. I don't think it's worth $300 in my opinion. Not that it's not a good quality, it's just not my style of fragrance for that price point. But for 149, yeah, it's good. It's definitely good for 149. So yeah, I mean, definitely recommend checking it out, getting a sample if you're interested. Again, Joma Shop's got it right now. Cheapest I've ever seen it, which is why I picked it up. They also have their Ajmals on sale, really cheap too. So that's another potential thing if you're looking for those style fragrances. Um, or I mean, Kajal, sorry, Lamar, and then there's two other I think that are also $74.99 for 3.3 ounce. So super cheap right now. Joma Shop's got some good deals, actually good deals, not the stuff that Jensen's and Chaos and all them are pushing fake deals. These are actually really actually good deals for most of them. The again Arabian Oud are crazy cheap. The Kajals are also crazy cheap. The rest of the stuff's kind of just like normal pricing, but definitely look into either of those houses if you're interested in checking them out. Now's the time to